Hey guys, it's Rob from RuinWorks back again, just with a brief video, hopefully, going over my latest scene. Thought it might be useful just to show you guys how I would normally access them. So I'd go to the compendiums, find my scene compendium. My new scene is located in the random encounters folder, so I'm just going to go over it. It's called Crypt Entrance. Just going to right click and import it, and now it should show up in my scenes tab. I'm going to quickly activate it, and we'll see what we got. Alright, so you're going to see a bit of a valley. The idea behind the scene is that there are some burial tombs scattered throughout the valley, and it can also lead into other deeper underground dungeons if you so like. First thing I'm going to do is just open up the levels UI so I get a clearer picture. On the hilltops, that's level 10 to 20, that's above. And if I go back down to ground, you see all the rooms available. So there's 4 rooms. This is set up much like many of my other scenes where I have controls in the margins, so you can decide how you want to configure each of these rooms separately. It might also help just to have a token on board so that you can see what it looks like to a token. Starting with room A. This is the main room. Actually going to just change my theme to empty to start. Room A here is the central room. This room can be configured in numerous ways. First of all, you have 5 different options for how you want the room to look. You can have either empty, which just has sarcophagus in the middle. You can have a pool in the middle, a dragon shrine. You can have just a generic altar. Just below it you can switch what the altar is. You just click the little transform button. It's going to change the altar in the room. And then the last option for the room as a whole is the ruined version, where there's just ruined statues lit around the room. As you can see, the tokens, when they enter the room, the roof will fade as expected. Additionally, with this, we also have 2 openings, so there's 2 different exits. You can play around with them. One for the secret door on the left of the room that leads to the stairs. You can either have it open. Right now it's open, so when the token looks around, he'll sees it's open. This door is actually a secret door, so any PC token won't actually see that there's the door there. That's just visible because we're in GM mode. And if you hit the show wall, secret door, it turns into a wall, and then there's a secret door there. So I put that little feature in there in case you don't want there to be stairs heading down deeper. In case you just want to use this scene as a standalone, you can kind of block that off and not use it at all. Or have it as a secret entrance and the PCs have to find it before descending. Secondly, you block off the main entrance as well to this room. Hit the second blocked up entrance, you can see it becomes more rocks on the outside and a solid wall on the inside. So if you look at it as a token, it looks like just a plain solid wall. So if you go up to the roof, you can see there's a statue here. If you hit the transform beside the statue, it changes what the statue is showing. So there's 3 options here: a rock, a statue with a sword, and a different statue with a sword, more of an action one. There's a token attached to the statue. You can select it and move it off, and then below there is a grate or a hole, and this is another entrance into this room. So the PCs might have to figure out that they have to move the statue aside in order to enter the room. And then if you don't want this, there's also, you can cycle what the roof grate image is. You can have it as a grate, you can have it as just a hole, or you can have it blank, so nothing there. If you don't want the statue on the roof either, you can just select the token that is the statue and delete it, and it's gone from the scene. Second room, up in the top left, it also has 4 different options. All the rooms have 4 different options: either empty, with webs, set up as a cult chamber, or as a ruin. Again, whenever you select a version that has a sarcophagus in it, if a token is close enough, they can double click on the interaction point and remove the lid from the sarcophagus. You can also change the lid and also the interior. So if you click on one of these, you can see the interior of the sarcophagus will change. You can just fool around with those. These are good for hiding enemies or treasure inside as well. Third room over here, similar idea: webs, cult, and ruined versions. Again, interaction points where we remove the sarcophagi lid. And then the last one, again, go to empty, webs, cult versions, and ruined versions. Just a couple of ideas here. That if this central room is hidden and you have to access it via the top, perhaps the other 3 rooms have been occupied by the cults or by the spiders, and this central room has not yet been discovered, and the PCs happen to discover it underneath the statue, and that's why it could have a separate theme on the interior. Last thing of note for this scene today is the themes. These are quick buttons essentially, so if you click the empty, it will trigger all the empty buttons for each of the room. You can see the process for all the rooms, but now the room B empty button has been selected. If I hit the spider infested theme, then all the rooms will change to the spider infested selection. If I choose the cult hideout, all the rooms will switch to the cult variations. I tried to also keep the cult variations generic enough that it could be used for gang or rebels or something. There's no overt religious indication to any of these rooms when it's selected the cult, but you could use them for other means as well. And then lastly, we have the ruin theme, where it just switches all the rooms to their ruined versions. Of course, you don't have to select a theme, you can mix and match these rooms. Hope you like it, guys. Let me know what you think. That's it for today. Thanks.